knowns. There are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns, but there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know know.
Finally, the decks were cleared for a real military response, not some piece of garbage.
And what is Aleppo?
Excuse me, but is this an unknown unknown?
I'm not going to say which it is.
Please clap.
We don't have a major enemy. I know it hurts your feelings. I know you're upset about it. Who are you worried about? Iraq?
We have finally gotten more police officers on the street.
Gotta shape up.
Is it working? A 2-year-old cult member was also shot and killed.
Corn Pop wasn't bad, dude.
They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators.
He ran a bunch of bad boys.
Whatever the fuck you want.
Who are you worried about? Ronald Reagan.
George H.W. Bush.
William Jefferson Clinton.
George W. Bush. Barack Obama.
Jeb Bush.
Newt Gingrich.
Please clap.
And I wrote
Hello
that myself.
and welcome. God damn it.
I knew it. I knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
Hello and welcome to Please Clap, a podcast about the world and how we got here. I'm joined by, as always, my sweet wife, Nico.
What's up, guys? It's Nico.
And my good buddy, Rob.
That's me. That's Rob.
And everyone's favorite astrologist.
Yes.
Damn it.
I was hoping. Yeah.
Connor.
I'm never coming back to this
Son
show.
of a bitch.
Y'all tricked me into coming again just to call me an astrologist. You know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, I am.
Wait,
world's
just
greatest
put the knife down,
astrologist.
Connor. Put the knife down.
Okay, yeah, I should specify. I'm here in person with Rob, so I can hold him hostage at any moment.
And he is.
Keep that in mind, listeners.
But you are free to leave at any time.
Yeah, that's true.
also
And
true.
Connor is free to leave at any time. Can't be stressed enough.
No, Connor, tell the world what you do.
Hey, worlds. So I'm Connor here. I'm a graduate student in astrophysics. And that is what I study, and that is my career. So I can weigh in on all things space with a moderate amount of credibility.
Cool.
And I would go so far as to call him an astrophysicist, not a graduate student studying astrophysics.
Well, we want to get technical about it.
You're an astrophysicist.
I'm holding the knife ever closer to Rob's throat to force him to say that.
And that's true.
But yeah, no, happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to have you. We would love to have more guests, and I think that's going to be something that we volunteer Rob for doing in the future.
He's got all the smart friends.
Yeah, you do have a lot of smart friends.
Wait, you're volunteering me to do a funny voice and pretend to be an astrophysicist or something?
Oh, yes, hello, I'm... Oh, wow, yeah.
the Dutch voice is really...
that one comes through nice and clear.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about, like, some space stuff. There's a lot of exciting stuff and not so exciting stuff happening out there. But where do we want to start first in our mini myriad library of segments and fun goofs and gaffes, Rob?
Well, I guess it would be just as good to start with anything as it would be to start with that classic segment that we all know and love, which is, of course, The Boy Next Door. What's the boy next door? Come in. So we just have a little morsel here. This one is from Karen, and the quoted post has been deleted. But Karen says, Karen, my name is Karen, and I resented being used in this way. And that's got 11 reacts and 3 comments, one of which is from Josh. And get this, Josh says, what? Can't take a little joshing? That's just a little cheeky bit there. That's good stuff. No fireworks posts, and I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for the fireworks posts were really good. This is from Judy, She says pine straw. Does anyone have a new contact phone number for Tippet Pine Straw? Period, question mark. The old number is no longer in service. Jordan has the best long needle pine straw for a reasonable price. Apparently, the bastards in City Hall have prevented Jordan from selling his pine wares. To which Joe says, so we won't let the guy who has been an institution selling pine straw work anymore? Maybe they talked him into a stimulus check instead. Sad news. They were fair, honest, and always on time. That's just, goddamn, I hate those fucking criminals in City Hall.
Socialist
Jesus.
handouts are really the enemy of the people's pine straw.
They don't want you to have pine straw anymore.
Yeah, no.
It's not woke enough for them. God damn. And one
they
more.
They want us to use like kale or something like that.
It's too
yeah.
Yep. No more pine straw.
Yeah, first they took our drinking straws, and now they're coming for the pine. So wake up, you fucking sheeple.
Joke's on them. I grow my own, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's pine,
Very nice.
Pine trees, actually, is where they come from.
That sounds really profitable. Should start doing some business. And one more here from class. And I have to say, this person has been responsible for about half of all of the Nextdoor posts we've read on the show. This is from Leslie. Rude motorists. How many have heard loud vehicles on roads? I've been woken up twice, this week, ! After 10 p.m. They think it's cool and macho. Not rude and low class. To which Nita replies, okay, I won't get graphic, but you know what all the girls used to say? The louder their car, the smaller their ... Boom. They're too dumb to know females are laughing behind their back when not getting annoyed. So that's a lot of truth coming off of Nextdoor today. And that was,
that
of
is
course,
true.
The boy next door.
Wow.
Come in.
Right. There we go.
Right. Mouth guitar.
Yep. Always good.
Oh, man.
All right, why don't we get to the meat of this show and have our guests speak on some important issues, such as how people aren't going to space recently and merely floating high above the Earth's surface.
Mm-hmm.
I would even challenge floating there and say arcing their way briefly out of the atmosphere and back in.
Going up and then immediately coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what was the what was it? 50,000 feet? Like what's the categorization of like you're in space now?
Well,
do we know this?
Right. So, I mean, there are lots of different categories of kinds of orbits that you can put yourself in. For example, the International Space Station is in an orbit where, it very much does not come back to Earth by design. It continues to orbit. So low Earth orbit is also a stable orbit, but I'm seeing here on this very nice article that Rob has pulled up for me, Richard Branson did not actually go to space.
No, that son of a bitch did not get in orbit.
So you can go pretty high in Earth's atmosphere, and things start looking a lot like space because the atmosphere is pretty thin there. But I would say the definition of where space actually is a little higher than that. It's it's kind of funny how little he actually did.
It's Alan Shepard shit. We're back to Mercury,
right. So players of Kerbal Space Program will relate to this. Mm-hmm. If anyone has played Kerbal Space Program, one of the first missions you do is you can send like a tiny little dinky rocket into an area of the atmosphere that looks a little bit like space. And then you realize you don't have enough fuel to actually get into a stable orbit, so then you just come right back down to Earth. That's basically what he did.
Yeah, this to me is the equivalent of shooting yourself out of a cannon.
Yeah, a big cannon.
Big cannon.
But
not that big.
Ultimately a cannon.
Yeah. This is voyage to the moon style. Oh, we've launched it, but no, it's not, because they got to the fucking moon there.
I like this quote. It's the functional equivalent of having a layover at JFK and then claiming you've been to New York City. I think that's a good analogy.
Ooh, burn.
I think that's great.
Burn.
That's a sick burn by Getty Images.
Well, that's not.
Wait,
the
Getty Images. Wow, putting it out there.
This is Eric Schilling, intrepid
him.
Reporter from Jalopnik.
Scathing review.
Yeah.
Hater. That's what he is. He's just a hater.
as am I.
As am I. Yeah. I don't know how much we want to get into this, but I mean the scientific value of this expedition is 0. And that frustrates me because it was just as expensive as doing any other kind of space travel, and yet nothing came of it.
Well, how would we know that you could send a human being almost to space and have them be fine? It's never been done before.
Right, yeah. And in fact, you know what's funny is the most ridiculous display of billionaire wealth when Elon Musk sent a car to space. That actually had more scientific value than this, because that payload was supposed to be dead weight. Like, they needed to test the rocket with an actual payload, so it just had to be something heavy that they sent up into space. So that car, even though it was ridiculous, actually did serve a scientific purpose when they were testing their rocket. So I can get behind that more than I can get behind just this blatant...
Connor loves Elon Musk, is what he's trying to say.
I really don't. I want to put it on the record that I really super don't.
Yeah, check out previous episode with Connor, Elon Musk, the Starlink saga.
Yep.
If you doubt his anti-Musk credentials.
That'll prove it to you right there.
Man, Musk, I just realized how bad that last name is. When you don't say Elon before it and you just say Musk, that's pretty...
And when you say Elon before it, you're reminded that he is in fact a white South African, which makes it even worse.
And it sounds very rich.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. It just sounds like a really rich person.
It sounds like the name of a villain in a Neil Blomkamp movie. I wonder why.
If your name sounds like a stinky cheese, then you're probably really rich.
Yeah, definitely. I like
well,
that.
76
the Dutch did colonize South Africa. So.
A common vintage.
So, who's the next bozo to what they're calling this, like a billionaire?
No, it's Bezos,
race?
not bozo.
But Bezos. Okay, gotcha.
Didn't he cancel his ticket?
Did he?
Someone did.
That so his guest, who paid like $28 million. Yeah. He had a scheduling conflict and couldn't go. So an 18-year-old kid is the runner-up, I guess.
A Dutch
I didn't
boy.
really read.
I think.
I didn't really read into like how he got the ticket, but yeah, imagine paying millions, tens of millions of dollars to go to almost space and then be like, nah, I can't. Nope. I have like dinner that night or something.
It's got to be a pretty big event.
My hyoid bone is feeling awful fragile. I best not. Take
Bill
the boy
Gates.
instead.
Take the boy.
Bill Gates invited me to his very famous yacht, so I got it.
No. Are they referring to them as astronauts? Because I would highly disagree with that nomenclature.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they are.
Uh-oh.
They are.
Here's this quote from Blue Origin in material describing the sessions. The training will help you feel comfortable and prepared for spaceflight and your responsibilities as an astronaut.
Okay.
Anytime.
You're kind of just like a passenger to.
Yeah, I thought they were just passengers.
Astro tourist, if anything.
But I mean, well,
Sure.
you say that, but anytime you get on an airplane, they do give you the aeronauts safety briefing, where they prepare you for your responsibilities as an aerial explorer. So
I flew on a plane to get here. Does that make me?
You're an aeronaut.
I'm
yeah.
an aeronaut. Sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Nice.
So were we a couple weeks ago.
That's why you're wearing all of that steampunk brass shit.
That's why. Yeah.
Just gears and steam. Just
many
puffing
miles
off.
I flew over land and sea to arrive at this destination. Through
The
a miracle
airship
of modern
that I
technology.
So I've got some more space stuff here, and this is actually good and bad news. This is good news ultimately, I guess. But this is from npr.org.
I've never heard of that.
You can probably find it on other websites because that's how aggregation works. Hobbled Hubble telescope springs back to life on its backup system.
I love the
Hobbled Hubble. Is that how the community described it, Connor?
The Hubble telescope.
Is that how the Hubble fandom talks about it?
They must have felt really proud of themselves when
They're
they
like,
did.
yes.
They're like,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Oh,
Hobbled.
That's a great name for an article. Oh my god.
So we definitely did not give you, Connor, any sort of briefing as to what we were going to be talking about.
No.
So
right.
Based on that, what was wrong with the Hubble, and how did they fix it?
This time, I'm not sure. I haven't read up on this, but I'm pretty sure it was some computer bug.
Okay.
But Hubble has had
probably those damned Russians.
A storied history of things being wrong and having it fixed. When it was launched, it basically had astigmatism. And so that was because the mirror that they installed in Hubble was ground very precisely to the wrong curvature. So it couldn't actually focus on objects. And when they took the first pictures, everything looked awful.
Oh, that'd be so.
Like
can you imagine how frustrated that
right?
room was?
Right. So actually, functionally, what they did is to repair it, they just gave Hubble a pair of glasses. Like corrective lenses out front that fix its vision. So that's the current state of Hubble. Is it has an imprecise mirror, but then a very precise corrective optic out front that actually makes it focus better. But now this seems like it's something wrong with the computer or whatever, and they had to repair something or fix the computer. But
they couldn't have made that computer from 1998 last longer in space. Come on.
That maybe had something to do with it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so here's what really happened.
Give me the
relief and the relief and joy comes more than a month after the Space Telescope stopped collecting images and other data on June 13th, when the payload computer that controls its science instruments
couldn't be bothered to look up what those might be. Just
science instruments? I don't know.
We're not the only ones,
shut
folks.
Down. And then in parentheses it says the computer that runs the Hubble spacecraft remained online. So it was functional, but like it wasn't doing the right stuff. So for weeks, NASA scientists worked on possible solutions to bring the payload computer back, but none of those ideas worked. And then it says to work through the problem, the team studied schematics of the original designs that date back decades. We even had people come out of retirement who were experts in these areas on Hubble to help us. Geletic. That's anyways.
This is like
some
like
nerd
in the action movie when the guy the like
engineering room, yeah,
the Navy SEAL is like hunting and a helicopter lands and some like miserable little nerd is like, "Oh, sir, we need you one more time to fix the space telescope." He's like, "God damn it,
those days are behind me.
I swore I'd never look at the stars again, you son of a bitch."
Hubble? I haven't heard that name in years.
Hubble? I hardly nubble.
Is the Hubble hobbled again? Hubble's scientific payload is running on its backup computer system, he said, because the team had already set it up to run on secondary units while working on the outage. They opted to stay on the backup system, Geletic said, to simplify the restart process.
So this is true. The backup system is a TI-84 graphing calculator. I'm kidding.
What?
That's it.
Oh.
That's
Probably less power.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I mean, that
just an unmodified TA.
yeah. It can also
Y'all
play
have
Doom.
way too much trust in me. This is dangerous.
You got the credential, and that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I can't make jokes as
Also-
the science correspondent. That's what I'm learning.
Also, I just trust the
That's a little rude.
TI-89 very much.
The TI-80, the 89.
Did they
Yeah.
come out with an 89?
I thought it was an 86.
I thought it was 89. What do I
Back
know?
in my day, it was an 83 or maybe an 84 if you were one of the newer graphers on the scene.
If you were new to the graph
Yeah.
fandom.
Well, as you can tell, I'm not a math
Anyway,
person.
yeah, so
I'm a social science.
Hubble.
Yeah, Hubble. We're back, baby. We can see things again. I guess they released like a new pic.
Nice.
Yeah, they were check it out. We're back.
Hubble is very much still one of the big science instruments in orbit. So it is definitely good to have it functional. Because I imagine when it was down, that was probably pretty hectic for those in charge of scheduling. And Hubble is still very much oversubscribed in terms of astronomers who want to use it. So yeah, no, it's pretty crucial. I'm glad it's back up and running for the sake of all the faculty members at my institution. I'm sure that they were very stressed out when their proposals were put on hold.
Absolutely. So this sort of ties into this next segment. I believe Rob has named it fact or fake-tion.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. It's time to separate fact from fiction. Whew. Take it away, Chan.
Our first and for those of you who didn't get it from the song, your job is to determine whether this story that I present is a real story or fake news.
In other words, fact or fake.
Fact or fake-tion. So that's how you have to respond, and you have to respond in a question like Jeopardy form. And
the consequences if you don't are dire.
I do still have a knife to
shaking
Rob's
my
throat,
head.
just to be clear.
It's a very intimate podcast. Okay, so how this relates to space is because it's a satellite image of the world of our Earth on Google Maps. There is a dead body visible on Google Maps at these coordinates, and it gives us latitude and longitude. I guess it would be best to there is an image of it, but obviously,
and that's
y'all
great for
can't see it.
podcasting.
Yeah, so I'm just not even gonna. So there is a dead body visible at latitude 52.376552, longitude. Anyways, you get it.
Wait,
is this?
That's where.
What's the longitude?
That's where my house is.
Is that north, south, or what?
Is this fact or fake-tion?
What is fact? I think so.
It's fact?
Yeah.
Dead body visible.
I'm going to say faked chin.
I'm also gonna say fake-tion. I don't think that's real.
This is true.
Oh,
it is
what?
fake-tion. It is fake-tion.
What?
Oh wait, is it true or is it fake-tion?
Debated. It is true that it is fake-tion.
Oh. Okay,
What?
it's
I got
true
debated
that
here.
it's false.
I hate that.
That's
I hate
right.
how you worded that.
That's
oh my
right.
gosh.
I loved that, Chan. That was a thrill for me.
Wow.
That was not a thrill for me.
So, what the image, and I'll put this in the Discord later, but it does look pretty gruesome. What the image actually appears to show is a couple of people accompanied by a dark brown dog, and the supposed trail of blood is simply red-stained wood that has taken on to a darker appearance due to being wetted, possibly because the dog jumped into the surrounding water, then dripped into the
blood. Blood. Hear me out. Maybe it's blood.
And can we confirm that dog is Major Biden?
That does look like a real murder scene.
Yeah. So I'm showing Nico here the picture, and it's on a dock.
No, that looks like a murder
scene. It does look like someone dragging a body into the water.
I don't know if you can show it to them. But
they probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, just hold that up hold that cell phone up to the webcam, would you?
Man, this got to be great for our listeners.
Yeah.
Truly a visual medium.
The next fact or fake-tion. U.S. sues Amazon for selling dangerous products. This is the Consumer Product Safety Commission, and they're suing Amazon for there are electronics that are like exploding and stuff. Is this true?
I'll call this one fact. I'll say this is not
Yeah,
fake-tion.
I think it's fact.
I would also say fact. That seems very believable.
Yeah, so apparently there are a lot of Amazon Basics products that are just kind of, you know how there was those what was that phone
the Galaxy
the battery
Note
yeah, the Galaxy
7?
Note. So that is happening with various Amazon Basics electronics, not plugged in, not just their electrical. One of the stories was somebody had like a battery, rechargeable battery thing that you plugged into the wall, and then you put the batteries in that, and it wasn't plugged into the wall or anything. It just like caught fire. And
well, that's good. That shows that there's a lot of energy in it. And that's good. That means it's good.
It's really powerful.
It's really powerful, yeah.
Hang on. Let me just run back to my house real quick and discard my lithium-ion battery-powered space heater that I have in my room.
Oh, God. Wait,
from Amazon.
Is that real? Do you have it? Oh,
No.
I was gonna say that just seems like a really fucking bad idea.
Microwaves as well. So this is sort of...
I'm sorry, Chan. Does the microwave just like shoot a beam of pure energy out from the door? not plugged in or anything. Just like Godzilla's energy blast in Shin Godzilla, when it just focuses it into a atom-wide beam that cuts through Tokyo.
A little womp 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 womp.
Yeah, it charges up and then melts people's faces off, looking to see that their macaroni and cheese is heated up.
like the Nazis when they opened the Ark.
Exactly. Like that.
Okay, but it does
actually more
warm up the hell out of your food.
It's
it's
really
real
hot.
efficient.
It's more like Homelander just cutting down like a crowd of people with his eyes. Okay.
So many great media properties.
That's should we reference like Dragon Ball Z next or something? This is significant because the CPSC has in the past few years, let's say, not going to say who was during whose presidency or anything like they haven't really been cracking down at this in this sort of manner. They would be like, hey, don't do that, and then they would kind of but apparently they seem to be going on a tear, trying to keep us safe. So thanks, Biden.
I think they're going too far. I think Biden needs to slow his roll, or he risks
Government
alienating
regulation.
heartland voters who really want their exploding lithium.
What happened to the free market? I want to buy an exploding battery pack. That's
Communist
a feature,
Biden.
Not a bug.
Yeah.
I
guess it depends on what you want to do with the battery pack. If you
I want it to explode.
If you wanted to create some sort of IED with it, that'd be great.
All right, this last one This is a bit goofy, but I thought I read this headline and I thought, Florida man threw alligator around by tail to teach it a lesson.
Was this in Pine Easy? Is this the dead alligator that was more of a nuisance dead than alive that we talked about a couple weeks ago?
No. I mean, I don't know.
Is this alligator
Maybe it's the
alive
same
still?
alligator.
Maybe it didn't learn its goddamn lesson the first time.
Probably had it coming.
Yeah. We are
Is this
a
fact
pro
or
alligator
fiction?
murdering podcast.
Oh wait, is this still fact or fiction?
I think that's fact. I'm calling that one fact.
I want to call it a fact too. I like it so much that I want to call it a fact.
I can't imagine it not happening at some point, so I'm definitely gonna say fact.
Whether this incident is fact or fiction, a identical
Someone has
incident
done this
has
before.
happened,
Yeah.
so I'm calling
Yeah,
this fact.
someone
Sure,
has
I've
done
done
this
that.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Daytona Beach 32-year-old man
Knew it.
That'll
has
do
been
it.
charged with multiple crimes after police say he was caught swinging a stolen alligator around by its tail in order to teach it a lesson.
Can we? I would like to hear more about stolen.
Wait, okay. If you had said stolen, I probably would have said that it was fake. Where did this man steal an alligator from? And what crime was he charged with? Other than stealing.
Yeah. Grand Theft Gator, baby.
Grand Theft Gator.
This was at Congo River Golf and Exploration.
Is this one of those places that like roadside zoos that's just like miserable to behold?
Yeah, it is a miniature golf course that also offers the chance to feed and hold live alligators.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
Typical Florida.
The story is probably some bitch ate my golf ball and he needed to teach it a lesson.
Or he was trying to liberate the alligator from its horrible fate, and the alligator was not suitably grateful.
Yeah.
So while he was in the holding cell at Daytona Beach Shores Police Department, Hodge intentionally flooded the jail cell with toilet water by filling the bowl with wadded up toilet paper and repeatedly flushing, according to the affidavit.
Can we get some specs on that toilet? Can we get some specs on that toilet?
When confronted, Hodge said he would, quote, flood the whole place. Yeah. So, in case you're wondering how much the stolen alligator cost, $300. So,
Okay.
but the life of an alligator is priceless. Honestly,
Yes.
you can't put a price on a gator.
Well, $300 sounds like.
Au contraire, my sweet friend Jan.
Damn it, Starman! You don't value the life here on Earth, huh? All right.
Oh,
I think that's all for fact or fiction.
That was a wild ride.
Yeah,
That was a wild ride.
Things are almost too good to be true, and then it turns out they are true.
They are true.
So what do we have next, Nico?
All right. Next, have you guys heard of these Freedom phones?
Freedom phones.
Heard of them? I own one.
I'm a spokesperson, actually.
It's called an iPhone.
Use
No, I'm just
code
kidding.
CHAN to get 10% off your Freedom phone. Tell the people what we're working with here.
So it looks like right-wing activists push $500 Freedom phone made in China. Q.
China.
And again, we have absolutely no opinions on China as a podcast.
Other than they make
make
all
make
the
many
phones.
great products.
And
And
here's
it's
the
a beautiful
interesting
country.
part. And seemingly, they have others available under a less patriotic name for $120. So, there's now a phone just for MAGA supporters wishing to part ways with the big tech companies they blame for casting them out of the mainstream following the January 6th attack on the nation's capital. Freedom Phone, which sells for $499 and comes preloaded with fringe popular apps including OANN. ¿Cómo se dice?
OAN News.
That's
It's the
One
news,
America News Network.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
OANN or whatever. Newsmax and Parler. Woohoo, our favorite.
Is Parler still? Does that still exist?
Yeah.
I thought
It's
did they
still
come
there.
back?
I guess so.
Yeah, it's still around.
Reactivate
and
my
it's
account.
Horrible. Oh my god.
For a new segment.
I did. Oh
Wow.
yeah, actually, yeah.
So that is quite a lot to unpack.
Oh, and get this, just one last thing. It was introduced to the marketplace Wednesday by a self-proclaimed 22-year-old Bitcoin millionaire, Eric
Fuck yeah.
Finman. Eric with a K. I don't know why I had to say that, but it
a
just...
little more German there. Well, I don't care for that.
This is like taking the grift to the max, because like you said, there is a less patriotic named version of this phone, and that's because this is just a fucking Android Chinese phone for...
This would be one of your classic scams.
Yes, this is
With a name like the Freedom Phone, it's gotta boast a full suite of security features that keep you away from big government. I mean, am I right? Tell me about the...
So...
is there
About
end-to-end encryption? Is it a secure server?
Here,
No.
this is all you need to know, okay? This is all you need to know. Conservative influencers, okay, like Roger Stone, Dinesh D'Souza, Jackie Posebek, and Candace Owens promoted the new gadget. So that's really all you need, right?
Yeah. So there, I did watch the promotional video, and I watched Candace Owens' Facebook promotion of this product, in which she also didn't have many answers to these questions. Apparently, it
I
has
can't imagine she would.
some sort of security measure called Trust. Very creative name.
It's
there.
just the word trust. It's just the word trust.
Wait, so named
It's on
because
there.
you just have to trust that it works.
Just trust us.
They capitalize the T, but there's not a trademark or a copyright sign on
there's
it.
an asterisk after it. Yeah.
So this is what they say. Okay,
Holy
tech
fuck.
site Gizmodo, as well as the Daily Beast, quickly pointed out that the Freedom Phone appears to be anything but revolutionary. MAGA branded Freedom Phone is a black box that should be avoided at all costs, Gizmodo wrote in its headline. That site's analysis warned the apparent budget phone from Asia could actually put its owner's security at risk, rather than the opposite, which is what Freedom Phone largely claims to do.
So this is the FBI, right? The FBI has made
It
these.
has to be.
This is a honeypot.
has made these phones too.
Hey.
Didn't they do that?
You were involved in the January 6th, the Capitol riots. You gotta get one of these tracking devices. I mean, phones.
Oh, look at this. Okay. The tech site's own page on privacy policy states that the company collects usage data, I guess, that includes users' IP addresses, browser types, the time and date of your visit, and the time spent on those pages. This phone features reportedly included tracking blockers and an uncensorable app store, as well as a free speech first operating system. That's what
all of this is BS, of course, because this is just an Android phone.
Yeah.
With some app store. It's called the Patriot App Store, by the way.
And that's going to be real secure for you.
Okay, but I want one.
but I want one though. So you just put your SIM card in this thing. That's the main, I guess, this isn't any more secure than, actually much less secure than iPhone. Which, by the way, iPhones and Apple and all that stuff are actually extremely diligent with privacy and stuff like that. So I don't know what a lot of people said was, what Candace Owens said, and what a lot of the Facebook comments said was that they don't want to be censored by Google or Apple. And that these people feel as though they're being shadow banned, and that they send text messages and other sorts of things over their phones that do not get delivered because they're being censored.
Right. It's
Also-
not because they've accidentally turned off mobile data and they don't know that that's a setting they can turn off.
or that their family members are ignoring their texts. That's
Yeah.
my
Or
messages
that
aren't being received.
Yeah.
No one's talking to me.
True. Or that they were a part of the January 6th insurrection and think that big business is the one that's tracking them down rather than Facebook when they posted it,
So this is
being the culprit.
This is from June, not explicitly related, but let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes more explicitly related as events warrant with this. FBI operated an this is off Engadget. FBI operated an encrypted chat app for organized criminals. Messages intercepted from the Anom platform spurred a global crime sting. So basically, they were just running an encrypted chat app that was completely visible to the FBI and then encouraging people to use that to plan their various crimes.
Wow.
And it worked wonderfully for them. They have arrested across Italy, New Zealand, and Australia 224 people, seized 3.7 tons of drugs, and 44.9 million in cash and assets. Just 0.1 mil away from even 45. But don't buy a Freedom phone unless you're a Nazi, in which case buy a Freedom phone.
Hilarious.
Go for it.
Buy a Freedom phone and trust whatever
Just
thing.
say whatever you want on it. Make
Trust OS.
any sort of actionable threat that you'd care to.
This is absolutely a boomer scam.
Definitely, yes. I could see that being like...
This is a Facebook...
yeah, I could see this on Facebook. I could also see this on those late night infomercials where it's like, buy the Freedom phone. Or those crazy, like the 700 Club buying this and being like, Jesus wants you to buy this, kind of...
So they get... these people who are promoting it use code Candace.
Code Candace 10, okay?
Yeah, but you can't use Apple Pay or else you won't get the discount. That's what she said. I'm just letting you know.
I'm saying you can actually pay with Iraqi dinars.
So I think they get like $50 per phone that they sell, that they promote.
Wow.
If you use her code,
God, that's a good grift.
It's a really good grift.
We gotta get in on
gotta
this.
start doing this. Yeah.
This message is brought to you by our sponsors, Freedom Phone. Pick up a Freedom Phone today.
We're gonna slowly turn into a right-wing grift until we've made enough money.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna expose.
And then we're gonna
everything.
continue being a right-wing grift.
It'll be
and make more money.
satirical that no one will understand
Right,
that it's actually
right.
satire, and then we just become an actual right-wing podcast.
Right. Use code Please Clap to buy your Freedom Phone in Iraqi dinars.
We don't accept MasterCard though. Don't use that or else you won't get the discount.
It's not secure. It's not secure. That can be tracked immediately.
And we also do not accept euros.
Use the most cucked currency, the euro.
Use a cashier's check.
Boo.
Just
send
a
a check
cashier's check.
to my house, and I'll send you a Freedom phone.
Yep.
Speaking of phones,
why? I'm not great at doing these segues.
Rob,
yeah,
I teed you
speaking of
up.
phones, it's time for that spookiest of segments. Who was phone?
Imagine, if you will, a world where nothing is as it seems. A world where phones are, well, something slightly scarier than a normal phone. A world where you love your daughter so much, you have to kill her with a gun! Welcome to Who Was Phone?
And this is, of course, the segment where I read posts from the great subreddit r/2sentencehorror, composed only of high art, and my wonderful co-hosts have to guess which one has more upvotes. Listener, if you're scared of spooks and ghouls and ghosts and goblins, turn off now, because, boy, this is going to be spooky. And Connor, do not look at the screen, because you can see all of the upvotes on it.
No,
so.
Viewers, I'm actually backwards in my chair right now.
Here we have 2 posts, and I think you'll find a spine-chilling similarity betwixt them. I cried as I chased my wife around the house wielding a knife. The spirit had said it needed a sacrifice, and I wasn't about to kill any of our kids. So that's the first one.
Wow.
I'm pissing myself in fear. The second one. The woman cried from joy as a doctor announced her remaining lifespan. She couldn't have coped for more than 3 months after her son's death. Wow. So those are 2 great ones, and I know you're going to have trouble discerning which one. And don't look at those upvotes. Okay. Okay.
No.
And which one of those do you think...
Am I? I feel like I'm dumb every time I hear these stories, or do they just not make any sense?
No, it makes perfect sense. The woman cried from joy as a doctor. It's not announced. It's announced. Her remaining lifespan. She couldn't have coped for more than 3 months after her son's death.
So I think the point of these 2-sentence horror stories is that the first one sets up something that could really be any kind of story, but then the second sentence puts a twist on it that's sinister and makes you reevaluate the sentence you just read, right?
That's, I think, what they intend to do.
They're not all winners, you know? They can't all be winners.
And a lot of times, the first sentence will start with, I was trying to kill my wife. And then the second one is, because a ghost told me to.
Right.
It's like, well, there's not really a build-up there. Maybe this will clear some things up. This is from the woman cried from joy as the doctor announced her remaining lifespan. This is a comment. And this comment has 37 upvotes. And it is, aw, man.
No.
So does that clear it up for you?
Yeah, I think the man pissing and shitting himself while he's chasing his wife with a knife, that one has more upvotes.
Okay.
I agree.
That one is phone.
That's the one.
Can we say that?
That one is
that
phone.
One is phone?
Yeah. We can say that. Nicole, what do you think? Which one is phone?
I have to agree with Chan. That one definitely is like who is phone, you know?
Okay.
It gives me that vibe.
So you're saying that I cried as I chased my wife around the house wielding a knife, and because the ghost told him to. That's the. That one has 30 upvotes.
God damn it!
No.
And the woman cried from joy as Doctor announced. That has 1,210 upvotes.
What the hell?
Congratulations, user Horror of Absurd. You are phone.
Damn.
Yeah. And that, oh man.
Goodness.
Okay, just pick the worst one and that'll have the most upvotes.
Yeah, basically. if you can parse it, if you can like see with the story it's trying to tell, that is not going to win.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And don't look at these numbers, Connor.
I'm not looking at the numbers.
As they took her away from the lifeless body of her werewolf husband, she cried, "Please, I'm a human being just like you." "Yes, you are," they said, putting her on the operating table. "But we're afraid your baby is not."
Oh, okay.
Whoa, that was like 4 sentences.
No, just 2 periods there though.
So they try to get all their creative writing in there.
Periods there though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the comments.
Sorry.
Commas. Let's see. There is 1, 2, 3 in the first sentence, and 1, 2, 3 in the so 6 commas.
Commas are the new period.
Commas are the new period.
True.
Okay. And now we have.
I've pissed myself and I'm crying.
Right. Yeah. So this is why we put them at the end, so that any small children listening to the show can enjoy the show without fear.
You're welcome.
When she coughed up a feather, after years of fruitless tests, I finally knew what was causing my wife's chronic cough. I should have figured it out sooner when our pet birds kept disappearing, but she had convinced me it was our cats.
What?
So we've got bird eater and we've got werewolf baby.
Oh my
I
god.
want a werewolf baby.
How many birds did they have? Like,
just keep coming.
Jesus.
Okay, wait. Just because it's this segment and the second one is so stupid, I'm gonna have to say the coughing up a bird feather one has way more upvotes. Like, probably at least 10,000 more upvotes. I promise you, I'm not looking at the screen.
Okay.
Now I don't have trust asterisk. I don't. You're not. We're not using the trust system.
No. Look at it. He's not. You can see it. You can see him. He's not looking.
I'm looking straight at Rob's nose.
That's true.
And boy, is it a pretty nose.
Wonderful nose.
I'm gonna go with the werewolf one. That one's who is phone for me. Or is that phone?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Did you just give the answer?
No. I was saying you would say that one is phone. You would say
because
the bird is phone, the werewolf is phone.
I think the bird story is phone.
Okay. Well,
whatever.
We got two birds.
The bird story, 5,957 upvotes. The werewolf story, 7,396 upvotes. Congratulations, user Kangaroo Dance. You are phone, and Nicole, you are also phone.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Wow.
I take the phone.
That's awesome.
Yay. One win.
Okay. All right. One
Do
more
we have
here.
any more?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've saved so many of these. Give me a second here.
Anyone browsing your history is just going to be like, "Wow, this guy really likes
shitty
these two-sentence words."
8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come, he exclaimed and began to search for her. Ready as ever, she double-checked that the safety was off as she prepared to make him pay for years of abuse.
Whoa.
Ooh.
It's like You're Next or something, right?
You're doing some You're Next, yeah.
Ready or Not was the name of that movie. I called it Hide and Seek, that movie about the family.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. That's
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not. That's a good one.
Oh, they just stole that idea.
And listener, if you can find the spooky theme that connects these two stories, write in. After I killed my wife's doppelganger, the real Amy smiled. Then she took my wife's diary from behind her back and said, "It's a good thing I had the answers to all your questions."
Wow.
So we've got killing husband and we've got killing wife. Which one do you think is phone?
I think they really like their wife killing stories. They just can't get enough of the wife being like a killer or something.
That's spooky.
A lot of repressed
Sitting next to
murder
you.
fantasies going on in these stories.
There's a lot of familial murders. I think the second one is phone.
Okay.
It's like you look through all the authors for these wife killing stories. It's all the same user.
Yeah.
I also think the wife killing story is phone.
You
The
think what?
doppelganger.
You think doppelganger is phone?
Doppelganger diary, Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicole,
I
you think?
that's phone.
Okay.
I think that's phone also. Watch it
So-
be the other one.
So wife's doppelganger coming in hot.
Oh,
with 9,337 upvotes.
Whoa!
It also has received the Handshake Award.
Lots of awards.
It looks like a Baby Seal Award. Yep. It's got that 7 times. Yep. And it's got Reddit Silver, not Reddit Gold, curiously. It's got Reddit Silver 3 times. And it has 5 Hugging Bear Emoji awards. So that is a auspicious tale. 8, 9, 10, Ready or Not, Here I Come, however. Only 369 upvotes. No awards. So congratulations. to
Yay.
all of my co-hosts.
Nice.
You're all phone.
We're all phone. Freedom phone. Can I be a freedom phone?
You are freedom phone.
I want to be a freedom phone.
And so is Gracie Facey, author of classic two-sentence horror, After I Killed My Wife's Doppelganger, The Real Amy Smiled. Congratulations, Gracie Facey.
Congrats.
And that was phone. That was who was phone.
Past tense.
that wasn't too. I mean, that wasn't too bad compared to a lot of them that we've.
Yeah, it was actually
the doppelganger.
Do you want me to do another one?
Yeah, just cap us off with one.
Okay.
And we'll try and guess how many upvotes it has.
Price is Right rules.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do Price is Right rules on these.
Okay.
On these is the finale. Give me a sec. There's so many. They all suck so hard. Okay. Here we go. They say it's common. Trigger warning: family members dying.
God damn it!
I guess we should just start opening with that one. It's fucking all of these. Okay. I'm gonna say the max guess. So don't guess. I'm bracketing it in here just in the interest. So
Thank you.
we're doing 2,000 and under.
Oh, okay.
2,000 and under. They say it's common for parents to surge with adrenaline when their children are in danger and even perform superhuman acts. As my son took his final breath, I collapsed to my knees in exhaustion and despair, having failed to lift the back of his car from his crushed body. And that's so spooky. That's so scary.
What?
So spooky.
What?
Great horror story. Your son is crushed by a car.
Oh my gosh.
There's no twist to that one. It was just like death.
Just my son is dead. Long live my dead son.
It was like
God.
It was like an anecdote about like adrenaline.
Yeah.
And then it was like and that didn't happen.
That didn't happen to me.
Yeah.
Is there like a dark subtext that this parent didn't love their child or something, and that's why they didn't get this adrenaline response?
They skipped leg day. That's what the moral of the story is.
Yeah. I've heard you can do the same thing on.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
Say this.
Oh. Wait, no, there's going to be one more. There's
all right.
What?
No, go ahead and guess that one. Sorry.
I'm going to guess this has 400 upvotes.
Yeah, I was going to say 300. But...
Okay, all right, I'll go high. I'm going to say 752 upvotes.
Nice.
I mean, Connor takes it.
What?
That one sitting at 1,457 upvotes and one hugging teddy bear emoji.
Wow.
So
I did not call the teddy bear.
Congratulations to the man with the dead son.
You've won
You
a new son!
Your phone. Keep an eye out for my DM to you on Reddit, wherein I offer you a freedom phone for that great story.
Candace 10. Remember the code.
Yep. Candace 10. And that was, finally now, the end of what was, at one point, our segment, Who Was Phone.
Nice. I have a challenge, though.
Okay.
And this is sort of... all right. I want you, Rob. Actually, maybe we should all do this. I want you to write a 2-sentence horror.
Ooh!
And I want you to juxtapose that with a real 2-sentence horror from Reddit and see if we can guess who... We'll do this next week.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That's good. That's a good one.
And you can just throw yours in there amongst all, the several... And then at the end, you can say, actually, that was mine.
That'll be our double jeopardy.
Just go ahead and post it to Reddit.
Yeah.
There we go. You'll probably get a couple upvotes.
Yeah.
If
they're all this bad.
No, I do have one that I
2,000 upvotes.
You might just top it, just be the best post of all time.
For just for transparency here, I have done this.
I'm looking through Rob's Reddit post history right now, and I gotta say, it is.
It's troubling. This is mine. This is a little test, and I'm saying this now, so I can't. So I have to do some original work on it.
Little morsel.
I clenched my sweaty fist, staring over the grave of my friend who had been killed by the blood monster. I looked down and realized it was actually blood because I am the blood monster.
What?
And that, I really thought that one was going to slay. That did only get four upvotes. User Mobile Task Force Agent said, "Wait, what's going on?" To which I did not reply because I think the text is pretty fucking clear. I was a fucking blood monster.
Oh my god!
Like
and again, I've included this solely so that, for accountability, so I can't reuse my old homework.
Is there a 2-sentence horror circle jerk subreddit somewhere?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
If so, I think you should be a moderator for sure.
I think I would be pretty qualified. Oh my god, there are so many sister subreddit. We have 2-sentence sadness. Well, fucking post all these on there then. 2-sentence comedy. Oh, I bet that's great. 2-sentence happy. 2-sentence stories, and 3rd-sentence worse. So, listener, keep tuning in because we have a rich vein of 2-sentence content that we will relay to you in Who Was Phone.
One sentence.
I think we
at a
ended
time.
that segment like 3 times.
We did, but I've just done it again. So,
and unless anyone has anything else to share with us, I think that's a wrap on the epi.
Yeah,
I think that's a wrap on that.
Yeah.
Nicole, did you?
Nope, I've got nothing. I've got one article, but that's for next week.
Oh,
fun
tantalizing
stuff.
I've got a couple for next week too that I was hoping we'd get to, but we just spent so much time figuring out who phone was. So.
Yeah, that was
Well, that was fun though. That was a lot of fun. So thank you, Rob.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Connor, for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Connor.
I wanted to get
Connor. This is my favorite podcast.
Oh,
good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I apologize for not calling you an astrologist more. We should get, you know what? We should get into that. We should lean into that and have.
I want you to invite an actual astrologer to be a guest host, and then I will also join, and we can be astrologers together.
You know a couple.
You know a little bit of astrology, Rob.
This is not to be like contrary or argumentative on purpose, not trying to bait an argument or anything, but I think it would be an interesting contrast.
Yeah, see, I think astrology is funny, but I also think it would make for some good content.
Yes.
But not necessarily mean.
No, absolutely not.
We won't be mean.
No, absolutely.
Well,
just a little bit. I mean, we're naturally mean.
No, we're not.
Naturally just a horribly unpleasant piece of shit, so I can't imagine that's going to change.
No.
There's an astrologist on the pod.
No.
Yeah, but maybe one day. So thank you, Nico.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Rob.
Joining us.
Thank you to our awesome guest.
Thank you,
Connor.
You're well. Thank all of you.
Well,
thank
please
you,
come.
Let's just
please come
thank each
back,
other.
Connor.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah.
Can I call you Nico? I feel like I've never asked.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would hope for you to call me since we're close.
Okay, you would prefer that.
At least
to,
I thought we were
Nicole?
close, but I guess not. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
you could definitely.
Thank you, Rob.
Well, thank
for all
you.
your
Thank
beautiful
you,
stingers.
Nico. You're welcome.
Just pats on the back all
Christ
around.
Jesus for securing us this wonderful bounty.
Oh, and thank you, Freedom Phone, for sponsoring this episode of Please Clap.
And thank you to the FBI for making the Freedom Phone.
Yeah.
Join us next week. I'm gonna try and get these episodes out on Thursday. Well, they will definitely be out on Thursday, maybe even earlier, because news is old 2 minutes after it's posted. So
that's true.
And we're reading to you news that is probably like a week and a half old once the episode comes out. So we're gonna try and pump these suckers out. Join us on our sick epic gaming streams that we're gonna be doing. We had one on Friday. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you next time on Please Clap.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Well, we've already kind of said goodbye, so we try to only end
see,
things
now I have
once
to
on
say
this show.
I have to say bye again because I feel like.
Okay, let's try it again. Hold on, should we just start? Have you guys started recording yet?
Oh, fuck.